Hello class, how are you today? I hope you had a great weekend. Just a few quick announcements on where we're going to be this week, as well as a review on how to use your ruler for our measurement unit. This lesson we're going to be doing measuring in inches and centimeters, super fun. So this week we do have the 5th graders visiting our classroom. I ran it by you last week. Don't forget about that. We're gonna have a busy week, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite times of year. And I will also have after school tutoring this week again so that we can practice for our upcoming math test on Friday, which I'll give you more on that later. But it's going to be for 1 hour after school on Mondays and on Wednesdays. Everybody's welcome. It's in our own classroom. You just stay a little bit later after class, an extra hour. I'm going to skip over math for now. Science, we're going to be learning about energy and change in motion, different forces, sort of like what makes your car go and stop when you're on your way to school in the morning kind of thing. We're going to be talking a lot about push and pull and identifying that force on an object. And you're also going to do some experimenting at home for homework. Don't forget to wear your closed-toed shoes on Wednesday for our lab. Reading this week, we're talking about root words and determining the meaning of the words based off of affixes. And what affixes are a prefix or suffix, which we talked about a little bit last week, and I'll go more in depth in class. I'm going to go ahead and read aloud our vocabulary list so you can refer back to this video and you can watch it again and pronounce your words correctly. We'll also talk about it in class as always, but we have opposite, extraordinary, worried, surprising, proud, measuring, bicycle, benefit, mislead, and review. And we're going to be able to tie a few of our words into our root words and context clues and finding meaning this week. And also measuring is a key word in there, one of our most important math terms. For history, we're talking about influential leaders. So what that means is leaders who have made a difference in the past. You're going to identify a lot of people we've talked about in our social studies lessons, like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Abraham Lincoln, Paul Revere, different presidents, different activists. And we'll talk all about them and you'll get your own person, and we're going to work on a project which is going to be a week and a half long, and we'll get more to that in class when I see you. So now to math. We're going to be measuring with a ruler. This is our ruler. I brought mine. It's very important to remember that a ruler is equal to 1 foot. And now if you look from 0 to 12 inches on your inches side of your ruler, you know that a foot is equal to 12 inches because a ruler is 1 foot. What else do we have? Our test is Friday. Don't forget, you want to study hard. And I have a couple examples so that we know how to properly measure them in case you forget for when you're working on your homework. You can come back and watch again for little tips. So first, I drew some lines on here. It's going to be kind of similar to what your worksheet will look like in your workbook. So number 1, we're going to be measuring it in inches, which is abbreviated with IN. Starting with your 0 mark on your ruler, all the way down the line. I'm on the wrong side. Gonna line it up 0, line it up, and if you see right here, this line is going to be about 5 inches here. So I have written here 5 inches. Our next line, we're also going to measure in inches. So bring the ruler down here to the line. Right here, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 inch line right there. So we're 4 inches down. And then the next one's telling us that we're going to do it in centimeters, cm. So that's when we're going to flip our ruler around to the centimeter side where the ticks are going to be much, much smaller. And sometimes your rulers will have written down which side is which. So we have here 0, start at the 0 line. And that looks to be 10 centimeters. So we have written down 10 centimeters. And continuing on, last example here. Measure, make sure that 0 line is lined up. And this one is about 4 centimeters. I think you guys got the hang of it in class, but just in case, here it is. I can't wait to see you all this week, and happy learning.